Well, good afternoon. We're in the Ouachita Mountains in Arkansas. Today is Saturday, the 4th of March, and we drove up to Shady Lake. When we lived in Texarkana, Shady Lake was one of the most visited campsites that we came to. So there's quite a story here. So this is Shady Lake, and there's 3 little streams that run in to create this lake. And they're all nice and clear streams. And this was made by the CCC back in the 30s. Now, we were up here on a summer day in 1977, and there wasn't any fence to keep you from going out on the dam at that point. And my sons, who are twins, were 6 years old. And there's a trail that goes completely around this lake, a very nice trail. And my son Sean was standing on that ledge, and he was throwing rocks. And I told him to get back. And Sean threw a rock and lost his balance and tumbled down into the rocks below, right there. And I was at the very bottom. And so I had to get across there and pick my son up. He broke his bottom leg severely. The bone was sticking out. And I had to carry him back to the campsite, and then we had to get him to an emergency hospital, in Texarkana. It was a stressful night. But other than that, this is a lovely place. It's always cooler in the summer, and it's pretty. It's a lot prettier when it's all green. So we're going to drive in. And we've noticed that this used to be a gravel road, and now I don't remember anything how we got in here, so it's really changed in the years. So let's go explore. Yeah. So this is disappointing.
Give me the car keys in case I want to get back in.
As you can see, it's closed, but
never used to be.
Never used to be. It was open 24/7, 365. So anyway, I'm going to walk down a ways and just give Georgie a break, and we'll check it out. Says there's a Shady Lake trail here. We're going to see if we can find it. There's the car. Maria is back up there. Okay, so let me just walk down there. Well, that trail is still there. You could go up half a mile. Follow the trail. They had signs, told you about things. So this creek is really up. Of course, we've had a lot of water, but look how clear that water is. So if you go up the trail, and you can see there's like a ridge of rock across the stream. And there's a series in there, maybe 100 feet up. And what there is really great pools that it's about 5 feet deep. So it's good fishing, but it's great to swim in the summer. So you go up, there was a bridge, but it got washed out. And I'm really disappointed we can't just drive down here, but here they had a bridge, a walking bridge right there. You can see it's washed out. So you camped on the other side over there, and we're going to walk back because we're not really into the lake yet, but there's 3 streams and they're all like this, just clear as a bell. I caught a 5-pound catfish out of that lake. That's the best catfish I've ever had. So we got off the main road and walked over to where this is ShadyLake Beach. And that thing is still there, the platform. That, by the way, that don't float. That's made out of stone and concrete. So they've had plenty of rain, and it looks like this lake has really been up. And in the summertime, they used to have lifeguards. And rangers actually stayed here. So this is the only building here that has electricity. So this is oh, it's nice that nobody else is here, but and I think I'm probably breaking the law because it says do not enter. So if we go in that direction, there's another stream that comes in over there, and there's campsites all the way back. And there's Tall Peak, and on top of Tall Peak, there's a fire lookout tower. It's not used anymore, but so I have no idea why they have closed this off. It said closed November 30th. Probably they'll open up April 1st. Maybe. So the dam is over there. One time we were up here with another couple, Lester and Charlotte, and Lester and I were out in the woods getting firewood. And I just left the keys in my truck. And another truck with a bunch of guys and people on it drove up, did a U-turn, and left. Well, what we didn't know was the assholes took my keys. They took them right out of the goddamn... and they threw them somewhere. So we had to walk back to the campsite and used my buddy's car. Went to the ranger. We told them who it was. We found them. Of course, they denied it. But you could tell the fuckers had a smirk on their face and that they did it. So Lester and I had to drive back to Texarkana, which is a 2-hour drive one way, and get another set of keys. I'm going to go up and read what's on that bulletin board. It might explain why it's closed when it never used to be. Another time, it was Christmas Day, and it was so nice out, we drove up here and had a barbecue. Well, this shows early pictures of how they constructed the dam and made the building behind me. The Civilian Conservation Corps is what made it in 1935. And then 37 they built the house. See some more over here. So that's pretty cool. My son fell off the fucking dam and broke his leg. I don't know if you can see her over there waving. Wave! So anyway, we were here when Georgie was a pup. And in 2 days she's going to be 8 years old. So that was 8 years ago. And this place was pretty shabby. They weren't taking care of it. So somebody that had some clout said, you got to put some money in this place, because I don't remember ever coming in the way we did. Just so they had to build a new road and everything. So Georgie, I think we're just going to wrap this up, and we'll go to, there's a couple of other ones on this, in this same area, and we'll see if they're closed too. There's one they have totally shut down back, I think it was around 2009. It was a flash flood came through, and that campground is in a narrow gorge, and it washed away people and camping, and I think it killed about 9 people. They drowned, and it just was tragic. And I can't think of the name of it, but the last time I was there, they had totally closed it off. You couldn't get in it. And there was another pretty place like this. So the name of that place that is totally closed was Albert Pike. And there's Bard Springs, Little Missouri Falls. They're all great places. So, and there's lots of trails in here. But you know what? It doesn't say they have electric and water sites. That's something new. Okay, so here there's loop C and D and B and A. All right. Electric and water double sites. Okay. There's no reason why it's closed. Let me go and get in the truck. We'll go to Bard Springs, I think. It's 2 miles away. Well, as you can see, I've left Shady Lake, and we're on this little gravel road. And this area in the Ouachitas has these cool rock formations and crystal clean springs and water and streams and whatever, so it's a beautiful place to come. And I just thought I'd show some more of the Ouachitas in Arkansas. And there's my truck. They're not very high mountains. I think the tallest one is 2,200 feet. Most of them are just making 1,000.